This is Pulse of Africa, the face and voice of Africa. The story of resurgent and burgeoning Africa is here, only on the Pulse of Africa channel. Pulse of Africa, the face and voice of Africa.
Hello viewers, I'm Samia Mohammed and you're watching the Pulse of Africa News. Today we have an inspiring update from Ethiopia, the very birthplace of coffee. A quiet revolution is unfolding in the ancient highlands and it smells like prosperity. The Ethiopian Coffee and Tea Authority has announced a staggering $546 million earned from coffee exports in just the past 2 months, with over 80,000 tons shipped out to international markets. But that's not all. Dr. Adunya Debela, the Director General of the authority, shared the last year was also a record-breaking period, generating $2.26 billion from 470,000 tons of coffee exports. Building on this impressive success, Ethiopia is setting its sights even higher, aiming to export 600,000 tons of coffee and earn a remarkable $3 billion this fiscal year. So what's driving this growth? Dr. Adunya points a new operational system that empowers farmers to export their coffee directly to international markets, ensuring they receive fair compensation for their hard work. To maintain its reputation for exceptional quality, the authority is also decentralizing its coffee inspection process. Quality testing centers once confined to Addis Ababa are now being expanded to farming regions, ensuring that the high standards of Ethiopian coffee are preserved. This approach not only enhances the quality but also translates farmers' efforts into better prices, further solidifying Ethiopia's position as one of the world's top coffee exporters. Campaigning for Côte d'Ivoire presidential election officially began on Friday, marking the start of a 2-week race that will shape the nation's political future. 5 approved candidates, including incumbent President Alassane Ouattara, are contesting the October 25 election. The campaign unfolds under tension following the disqualification of several high-profile figures, a move that has sparked criticism and deepened political divides. President Ouattara of the ruling RHDP party launched his campaign in Abidjan, while opposition contenders Jean-Louis Billon of the Democratic Congress, former First Lady Simone Gabojo, Henriette Logo, and independent candidate Ahua Domelo also began appealing to voters across the country. The Independent Electoral Commission has assured that it will closely monitor the campaigns to ensure a fair and peaceful process. With a population of 33 million, Côte d'Ivoire remains one of Africa's fastest growing economies and the world's top cocoa producer. Stability, observers say, will be vital to sustain economic progress and investor confidence. The International Authority on Development and the government of Germany held bilateral consultations to review their ongoing cooperation and assess new directions for their strategic partnership. The meeting, co-chaired by IGAD Executive Secretary Dr. Wolfgang Gabayo and Ms. Julia Hanning from Germany's Federal Ministry for Economic Cooperation and Development, reaffirmed over 2 decades of strong collaboration focused on peace, migration, and climate resilience. Germany announced an additional €60 million for the Regional Migration Fund, €2.5 million for the Strengthening IGAD Migration Policy Implementation Project, and another €2.5 million for the Strengthening IGAD's Capacity for Implementation of the Development Agenda Project. Both sides also advanced plans for €22.5 million regional risk finance program to help the region better manage climate-related shocks, complementing IGAD's drought disaster resilience initiative. The consultation concluded with a shared commitment to deepen policy dialogue, enhance coordination, and ensure their partnership continues to deliver tangible results for peace, stability, and sustainable development across the Horn of Africa.
When European colonial powers arrived in Africa, they took control of the narrative.
Hair was never just aesthetics.
Hair is not just hair, it's memory, it's resistance.
A living archive of identity, status, and belonging.
This is more than a trend. This is a movement.
Amasuzu signified strength, bravery, and coming of age.
We are still here.
These art forms are vital to cultural identity.
POA, the Pulse of Africa.
I would like you to follow POA, the Voice of Africa.
This is the face and the voice of Africa. We want you to watch this all the time.
The Voice of Africa. Stick with it. You will see Africa, how it will change for the better.
Now to Griot traditional of West Africa. Africa's oral tradition remains one of the continent's most powerful cultural treasures, preserving wisdom, history, and identity across generations. Among these, the Griot tradition of West Africa stands out as a living link between the past and the present. Griots, often known as storytellers or oral historians, have long played a vital role in countries such as Mali, Senegal, Guinea, and Burkina Faso. More than entertainers, they are keepers of history, musicians, poets, and advisors who recount ancestral lineage, heroic deeds, and moral lessons. Originating in the ancient Mali Empire, the Griot tradition helped preserve the legacies of great rulers like Mansa Musa through songs and storytelling. Today, Griots continue to perform at community events, keeping alive the stories that bind families and nations together. Despite modern challenges, this centuries-old art form remains central to African culture and has inspired artists around the world, a testament to the enduring power of the spoken word in shaping identity and preserving history. Turning to Morocco. Forget everything you think you know about a simple day at the beach. In Morocco, the coastline has transformed a pulsating celebration of life where the rhythm of Atlantic waves mingles with the electrifying beat of the modern Africa. The National Beach Festival is more than a just series of concerts. It's a bold cultural statement, a vibrant explosion of music, community, and unadulterated joy that sweeps across 6 coastal cities. As the sun sets over the sands of Tanger, casting a gold glow, the real magic begins. This is where families, friends, and strangers become one massive, swaying audience. The air crackles with anticipation before erupting as a hometown hero like artist Abdou Sagiar takes the stage. It's a sonic tapestry that weaves together the soulful strains of traditional Middle Eastern music with the hard-hitting rhymes of modern rap, a fearless declaration that heritage and modernity can dance together in perfect harmony. Families, children, and young people all come together, and it's a wonderful chance for all of us to gather on the stage, which brings me so much joy. It's a deeply rooted community affair, a free celebration for people, by the people. Now to business news. Ghana has reached a staff-level agreement with the International Monetary Fund on the 5th review of its economic reform program, paving the way for $385 million disbursement once approved by the IMF Executive Board. The agreement follows discussions held in Accra from September 29 to October 10, 2025 between IMF mission led by Ruben Atoyan and Ghanaian authorities. The talks assess progress under the $3.2 billion extended credit facility program launched in May 2023 to restore economic stability and promote inclusive growth. Mr. Atoyan noted that Ghana's macroeconomic stabilization is taking root, citing stronger than expectation growth in the first half of 2025, driven by robust performance in service and agriculture. He added that Ghana's cedi has appreciated due to strong exports and increased reserves, while inflation had fallen to single digits for the first time since 2021. Once approved, the latest disbursement will bring total IMF support to Ghana under the ECF program to about $2.825 billion, marking a key step in the country's ongoing recovery and reform efforts. African startups secured $140 million across 58 deals in September 2025, pushing the year-to-date funding total to $2.2 billion, according to the Africa The Big Deal. This puts 2025 close to surpassing last year's total, signaling strong momentum for the continent's innovation ecosystem. Equity investments accounted for $105 million of the total, while debt financing and grants contributed $32 million and $3 million, respectively. Nigerian fintech Credit led the month with $22 million Series A to expand its financial service across more than 40 African countries. September also saw a high number of ventures raising at least $100,000, reflecting continued investor interest in African startups despite a slightly below average funding month. That's all for our updates. Stay tuned for more news on Pulse of Africa. Thank you for watching.